So let's take a minute and catch up with Cole Pearn now as they get ready to head off to Darlington like everyone else. But I want to start with the important stuff. You had a weekend off, plus. So did you and the family get away at all?
Yeah, we got up to British Columbia, camped, tent camp for the week, so that was nice. Got to disconnect a bit and spend some time with the kids. So didn't want to come back, but duty calls, I guess.
Is this a dad does everything and everyone else enjoys? Are the kids good at pitching in and putting up the tent and all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, my son's got where you can put the tent up, and my wife's she's a really good camper, so she probably does more than I do at times. So I've learned a lot of what I know from her.
Who does the cooking?
We mix it up. Yeah, definitely. You know, you can only get so elaborate on a jet boil, so it's nothing too crazy.
True. You got to be very creative.
Yeah.
How important is that to be refreshed heading into now the big push all the way to the championship?
I think it's huge. I mean, I really like having that August long weekend, just kind of catch your breath. You've had a busy summer and kind of can collect your thoughts a little bit and get some clarity and come back focused and ready for the final push.
Anything wake you up in the middle of the night and you go, ooh, I got to write this down because that's going to be good. That's going to help us.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. I was taking the opportunity to sleep.
Oh, that's good. No, if you were that unfocused on racing for a little while, I think that's really good.
I hope so. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Let's head to Darlington then and talk about that place in terms of success there in the past. It was on your honeymoon with Joe Gibbs Racing. You'd just gotten into Toyota and the association here. Anything from that apply these days? Did you apply things there that are really going to show up even in 2019?
I think so. I think it'll be interesting. Darlington's, probably the lowest COOP track we've been to with this 550 package, so definitely going to be a bit different that way, I think. So maybe that'll make some of the old notes maybe a little bit more useful. So we'll see. I think, it's been a good track for us, and I think this rules package obviously would be a bit different than how it's been with the lower downforce stuff. So we'll see.
Where do you expect it to show up? In tire degradation or in fuel consumption? I mean, all the above?
Yeah, I think especially 3 and 4. I mean, 3 and 4, you're going to have to be lifting, pretty much right away. So I think from that standpoint, it's going to be a bit different. Obviously when we were in Michigan, you're hammered down wide open the whole time. So definitely a lot different. We've had some asymmetric tracks where we're lifting one corner wide open, the other. It'll be a mix of that. So yeah, it's going to be different, but definitely the degradation is, it's Darlington, and that's going to be something different for sure.
I should have said fall off because that's a term I really understand. Tire fall off is huge at Darlington. I want to ask you about your season too, Cole, because I was looking at the 4 wins, all right? So we got short track, concrete, typical mile and a half, if you will, and then road course. Are there any redundancies there to your season, or what have you picked up on that did apply to everything?
Yeah, we've, I think we had some hit and miss races earlier in the year with the new rules. Kind of really on the tracks that are no fall off. Kind of those style tracks. But then Michigan went a lot better for us. So I think we're just kind of getting our hands wrapped around everything. It just takes time. I think with this big a shift in the rules, it's difficult. And then now you're getting deep in the season. You've got more experience of what works and what doesn't work. And some of these schedules we had early in the year, you get 2 practices and you've gone down a path, and all of a sudden you're stuck with it and you don't have a good weekend. And it's not until you get back to one of those that you can really kind of improve on what you did. So I think for us, we're just steady improvement's really been good, and I feel like the summer's been good. We haven't got any wins lately, but we've been close. So it's just everything's got to go right for you.
Yeah, you have the speed, you have what you want for platform. Just have to execute in every way, right?
Yeah, you got to have everything go right. I mean, competition's so stiff, so tough. I mean, it's got to be your day. Everything's got to go right, and if you're putting yourself, it's the old adage, you're putting yourself in that position over time. Hopefully, it's going to work out.
Can't help but notice as we sit here in Huntersville, North Carolina, it's far removed from Colorado and the existence that you had before. What has been the best positive for being connected to this group right here? And we talk about the kids being back in school, so everything's real close. So what's been the best?
Yeah, I'd say just the support here. I mean, obviously it was awesome at Furniture Row just having a small team, but it was a lot on your plate a lot of the times. Here it's a lot more support. So good and bad comes with that, but some things are pretty nice. A lot of more things are just done for you that you didn't even know you had to that you had to do before. So that side of it's a lot different. And I think just being here, being involved with the, technical direction of where we're going and stuff, rather than being in Colorado and kind of being secondhand a little bit on that is probably the biggest improvement, I would say.
No longer on an island, really right connected to the mainland.
Yeah, and I think with having a technical partnership like we did with JGR, you're pretty involved, but now you're just you're even more involved, so you're a little bit more on the front line, so to speak, and I think that's positive.
2 races to go till we get to the actual playoffs and a couple more chances for wins. What is the mindset of your team right now with the 4 in hand as you push toward it?
Yeah, just keep clipping them off. I mean, hopefully we can, we've been knocking on the door here for a win here recently, and hopefully we can keep that going, and it'd be great to get some more bonus points going into the playoffs and rest a little easier. You never know how those races are going to go, and the more you have, the better you feel for sure.
What round is most concerning to you in terms of that'll be the toughest one for us to get through?
I'd say the third round, historically, but we seem to always run well at Martinsville, even though I don't know that I consider it one of our good tracks. And Phoenix was good for us in the spring, so Texas was tough. I think if we can get through that point, and I don't know, it's so hard to predict. I mean, I think obviously the second round you got Talladega in there, and that's such a wild card. There's really no sleep around. I mean, you gotta hit them all, and you gotta run well the whole time.
We talked about you and your team. How about the driver? Did he get away, get a little refreshed, and is he going to be ready to go for Darlington?
I'm sure he'll be ready to go. I have no idea what he did.
He doesn't call you and tell you what's going on?
I haven't talked to him in a little bit, so it's kind of nice. We'd just chill out a bit. I talked to him yesterday. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. So yeah, but yeah, he'll be ready to go. It's one of his favorite tracks, so definitely looking forward to it.
And it's interesting, it does have a fishing pond involved in its story, and we understand that Martin may have been doing a little fishing. So again, getting away and relaxing, very good. Keep your eye on the third round. If the 19 makes it through, that would be challenging for this group, but mostly glad to see them back and glad to see everyone back at Darlington this week.